Good evening and welcome to Hungary Report, start of public media and one's foreign language news hour. I'm Csenga Gabriela Iboya with today's news from Hungary and the Carpathian Basin. Let's begin. Headed by Prime Minister Viktor Orbán, the government held an external meeting in a military camp tent set up at the Hajmester shooting range. The only item on the agenda of the government meeting was to review the development of the Hungarian armed forces. After the meeting, Viktor Orbán and members of the government also watched the autumn exercise operations of the Hungarian armed forces. The Hungarian government communicated its very strong position, supported by legal arguments, to the representatives of the Libe Committee, the Minister of Justice stated after receiving the delegation from the EU. Judit Varga emphasized the majority of the European left does not want to let us protect our children in Hungary, even though this is supported by European values and legislation. The minister emphasized that it had been made clear that Hungary would not allow the EU's migration policy to be imposed upon Hungary. Brussels would hand out citizenships and the right to vote to incoming migrants. This is what the State Secretary for International Communications said. Zoltán Kovács explained the European Commission published a so-called sustainable framework in its new migration strategy on Wednesday, which means they want to continue organizing migration to Europe. The European economy cannot be successful without the success of the V4s. This is what Mihály Varga spoke about after the meeting of finance ministers of the Visegrad countries, where a joint declaration was signed. Mihály Varga emphasized that the common goals include maintaining an above-the-average growth of their economies, coordinating economic steps to help stop climate change, and increasing support for families. The finance minister stressed that the V4s had a faster growth rate before the pandemic and could show a faster recovery after the pandemic compared to the European Union as a whole. Hungary's gas supply can never be a political or ideological question, as houses cannot be heated and an industry cannot be kept running with ideology and political statements. This is what the Minister of Foreign Affairs and Trade said after inaugurating the Serbian-Hungarian gas pipeline in Kiskun-Dorozsma with the Serbian Minister of Interior. And that's all for now, but don't forget you can catch Hungary Reports every night after 11 o'clock news and online as always. Do stick around and watch our German, Russian and Chinese language news. Thank you for watching and have a lovely evening.